What's up guys, I'm 𝗗𝗢𝗣𝗘&𝗗𝗏. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to perfectly sync up your melody and drums. If you guys haven't subbed already or turned on to do so, it does have to like. Let's hop right into it. BPM 160, we will be making all this from scratch, so just go ahead and get started. So we just let's run with just the one at the bottom, the G sharp minor. Let's go ahead and get our first notes down. All right, so for this to work, you obviously need a main melody, right? So we can just make a simple one. So the sounds I picked is more like hyper pop style kind of. So we're gonna be making like a chord progression like that. So the easiest way to do that, we can just mix minor and suspended chords. If you don't know what those are, you can come up to stamps and you can like pull them in. So you do stuff like this, and we can use this actually. Let's make our minor. Okay. And then I'm gonna make another one and just pull it down until it fits. Okay, and then you could, probably just make a chord out of this. All right, so now we have to kind of, I guess, pull these middle notes up like that. And this will kind of give you that, like, I guess, hyper pop vibe, right? And then you could probably just pull these up, pull that up. Okay, and I'm just pulling stuff up so that they kind of everything flows together, right? Because I don't want everything down here and then have like all your chords up here, which that could sound good, right? It doesn't sound bad. Pull these back up though. Okay, so now we just need to give it that vibe. So I'ma pull these in so we can have that like groove to it. I think this might be too. Okay, so now we built our chords. Now what we need to do is just add a few little notes to kind of make it sound like a melody. So I'm gonna pull these out, and if we make a chord out of this, we can pull this over. And let's pull this back over. Make a chord out of this. Simple stuff, and then just build up into these things. Simple stuff like this. All right, simple as that. Let's move these over, and then I'm gonna shift D, and this is the hardest part, so don't worry, this is literally the hardest part, is just making the first part. And then we just actually we gotta change our grid to 1/4 and put them in between, and this is like on that little jazz area right here. Okay. Okay, that is our melody, and everything else should be easy from here. All right, so now we're actually going to add our 808 in. You can add a synth bass here, whatever bass you want to use. So we can bypass a lot by just copying this. Everyone knows this is pretty simple. Just copy the bass line, right? And right here. All right, shift D, make them smaller, and then pretty much we're just gonna copy this all the way over. Okay, and then to check the bounce, you can have your metronome on. I already have mine on. Okay, or just keep it on. And then from here, you can just kind of add stuff in like this. All right, and this part is very simple, but there's a reason why we're doing it now. And then let's just do something like that. Let's play it. Don't know why it's doubling, but all right, that is the bass. So now we're gonna go ahead and implement our other instruments. Okay, so now this is where the fun starts. So we have our build type of melody here, and these are just made up names. Okay, they're not like technical names, they're just for simplicity. So if we take this whole thing here, and you can be as creative as you want on this part, right? I'm gonna just keep it real simple. So what I like to do here is basically you build into the chords, or you can build into where the 808 hits. So like right here, if we copy these, okay, and then we can just make them different color and turn them down. And these are like spots where you can either start the melody or end it, and this will automatically give you bounce, right? It's just a rule, it's just how it is. So we can do something like this. Just build this. I might fast forward through this a little bit just so, you know, we save a little bit of time. Let's see. Okay, just making these smaller. All right, you can see, and you don't need to start on the note, it's just the placement of where you have it. Let's do something like this, and then let's start something else right here. Okay, and I'm gonna fast forward through everything else. I just want to do this first bar slow so you can see. Right, and you see we have that bounce now. So I'm gonna just go ahead and finish the rest of this off, and then we'll come back and do something else. Okay, real quick, just so you can see what we did. So this is the original. Okay, you can see we have those points, and then I just pull these up an octave just to create range, and then over here I just copy these little areas here, okay, and put them at the end just so it's a little different. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, up next we have in and out, and it says on B because sometimes you can do this around the bass, but in and out is simple as this. So basically where loops happen, so every 2 bars pretty much, like an actual loop for like a trap beat is like every 2 bars or every 4 bars, but in this in between area, like right here, right, or at the end, you can throw in kind of a little melody there. Right, so it goes in and then it goes out, right? Something like that, just pretty simple. Right, obviously these don't match the melody, but you get what I'm saying, right? And then you can also do it on the bass. Right, so if you wanted to like really match this up, you can do it in and out, starting on the bass and then ending on the bass. So you can put whatever you want in between as long as it ends on these areas. All right, so let's go ahead and make one. Try to make one real quick. Just save this for later. Let's start on the F right here. Okay, I like that. It's pretty decent. So let's copy this over. Right, and then over here, instead of just copying it, actually, let's use that bass. So I guess we need to hear the bass, or we can just kind of look. All right, so this should start where the bass hits. All right, and let's bring this down just to change up the melody. Let's see. Okay, I like that. So what we need to do now is I'm gonna take this F, delete that, pull that down, and then let's end, go down like that. So you can see we have this D sharp to D sharp. Just kind of end on that note. See what that would sound like. Just trying some different stuff. All right. Right, you can see the bounce is hitting right where these notes are, where the bass is. Okay, simple as that. And you know, this one is probably the easiest one. So let's go ahead and move on to the last one. All right, so this last one is pretty much like the emphasis. It's pretty much the same as in and out, except the placement will be around where the clap hits. So our clap is just a rim. So it will be somewhere around here. And you can obviously play off of this with the 808 as well, like it'll work, but it's supposed to kind of play around this. So it's just another lead I have. So you can see they're right here, so you can kind of play around where this hits and like offset it. So let's do like some flams here. Actually, let's do 1/4. Let's do like the little jazz thing. Let's take this, pull this down. Right, you can see how it's hitting. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this up. That's too long. All right, so now what we want to do, move this over and then just use another note. Let's see. Actually, let's do an offset. All right, let's go into it. Okay, you can do it around it. You can kind of push it and pull it however you want, but the idea is to go around where the clap hits. So I'm gonna copy this over, pull this up, and then let's move this over so that it matches the 808 now, because I do believe we have an 808 somewhere right in that area. Okay, and then I'm gonna just move these out, and then it ends on the hat, right? So all right, so I'll just play these together real quick. Right, you can see how much bounce we got now. All right, so that is pretty much it for that. Now we can just throw in the drums. We kind of see how it sounds. All right, so now we just have to add our drums, and this is the easiest part pretty much, right? So all our bounce is done, so now we can just throw in, like, you know, hi-hats. You just want to play off of the 808 and your, you know, clap or whatever. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'll sped that up or not. I don't know what decision I'll make, but this is the drums, and I'll just play it one time through for you. So here you go. All right, you can see nothing is really clashing. Everything is following kind of the same bounce. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.